Hi, this is Desiree Rush with SLPTalk, and if you're anything like me during this distance learning time, you've spent an exorbitant amount of time trying to track families down in order to check in with your students, tracking them down through email, text, phone calls, carrier pigeon. So I wanted to share with you a way that I have recently found that works for me in the hopes that maybe it will help you as well. Kind of like when you find that good scale and you're like, girl, you gotta check this out. Well, you gotta check this one out. So let's see if it works for you. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Calendly.com and create your free account. You can choose what your URL is. You can add your picture if you would like, and then it's going to bring up this page. Now, originally this page will default to 15-minute meeting, 30-minute meeting, 60-minute meeting. These are just options they give you. You can customize. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create an event type. So for the purposes of this training, I'm just going to click New Event Type. And I want my event type to be a one-on-one because I'm going to be scheduling speech check-ins or teletherapy sessions, whichever your district or your employer is choosing to do. So event name, speech check-in with Desiree. Sorry, location. Now this is where you're going to add your different locations. I choose more than one to give my parents different options because my families at home are not given district technology, so their technology needs and accessibility are different. So I'm going to give my parents an option to have a phone call. I personally choose to call them rather than them call me. I feel like it gives me a little more control of that, but that's up to you. And then I'm going to add another location option. Now you may just use Google Meets or just use Zoom. I give my parents an option of both because I'm able to use either one, and I have some that are familiar with Zoom, some that are familiar with Google. So I personally put both of those out there. You're going to want to integrate your Zoom page as well. I'm not going to do that right now in the interest of time because my work Zoom is already attached to my other account. So description and instructions, please schedule a time for me to check in with, and I put you and your child so that my parents know I would like their involvement as well. Okay. Now your event link, it will automatically create a link in there. You can change it if you'd like. You can leave it. I'm just going to leave what they have. You can choose what color you want it to schedule as when it goes onto your calendar. And you're going to click next. Now, my event duration, I'm going to choose, I just want my event to be 20 minutes long because I want a little bit of buffer and time between my appointments. But that's up to you as to what you would like to choose it from. It's still going to give my families 30-minute blocks to choose from. I just want them to know it's only going to be 20 minutes that we're going to meet. Now, this is where it gets, I love this option too. And so now you can choose when your availability is going to be, because obviously you're not going to want your availability to be your entire work week. At least that's my preference not to, because I really like to chunk my appointments in regards to, I don't want to have a 2-hour break between this one, an hour break between this one. I like to stack mine if possible. So say, for example, Mondays, you are not going to have these check-ins. Tuesdays, I'm going to give them morning time. I want to have them have till 11:30 a.m. And then I'm going to have lunch till from 11:30 to 12. And then I'm going to give them 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Not 3 o'clock a.m. Not therapy that late night. And I want to apply that to all Tuesdays. Those are going to be my times for Tuesdays. Say you have a day that you want to offer evening hours for your parents that work. If you're able to do that, apply to evening hours, and then you can, make your changes from there. So I'm just putting these in real quick here. So I'm just going to say we're unavailable on Fridays. That'd be wonderful. Okay, so I have my choices of availability here, and I'm going to click on next. Now, what I also want to happen is when my family's schedule, I want them to be reminded. So I turn on my email reminders and then I personalize those. You can type in whatever you want your reminder to say, but I like to remind them 24 hours before, and I also like to remind them an hour before. I'm also going to add text reminders for my families that have given their phone number who are signing up through text, and I will do the same thing 24 hours before and 1 hour before. This saves me from having to go in and remind families, and it gives me another contact that I know these families have been reminded of their appointment. And I know personally as a parent, I appreciate the reminders. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to let your parents know about this to schedule. So here is our speech chicken we just created. Sorry, I was chosen the same color. So I'm going to copy the link. Now this link that I'm copying is just that URL that they were given, and that's what I'm going to send my parents. I both email and text them through Google Voice because I like to give them every option to participate, but that is up to you as to how you want to contact your parents and let them know. When they click on that link, this is what it's going to take them to. So this is the exact event that I wanted to schedule. Please schedule. There's my message, a time for me to check in with your child. And you can see it only offers the times that I had or the dates that I had for them to choose from. So say they want to choose the 21st. Here are, as you can see, the options of time. So you can see that they go in 1.5 hour increments. And so 11 to 11:30, 11:30 is not an option because remember I'm having lunch at 11:30. So you choose your times. Choose 12:30. They're going to put their name in there. Susie's speech wants 12:30. They're going to put their email in there. They can choose if they want a phone call. They're going to then put the phone number in that they want you to call them at, or if they want a Google Meet. And then you can have them share anything that will help prepare for their meeting. So I feel like my parents, especially for my kids that are using AAC or where it's a lot of parent coaching, they tend to use this box here. So I would like tips on how to help Susie ask for more. And then you can have them choose to send the text reminders. So since they signed up for Google Meets, they can then put their phone number in for that text reminder. And you're going to schedule that event. Okay. Now let me show you what they're going to receive. So they're going to see that it's confirmed. They have a speech check-in with me. This is the date and the time. And then I'm going to show you what it's going to show up on my calendar. So I come to my calendar, and here you can see my appointment with Susie's speech shows up, and it automatically creates the event. So here is where they can join the Google Hangout. If I had chosen Zoom, it would automatically create a Zoom link for them to click on, and there we go.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful for you. If it was, feel free to follow along at SLPTalk on Facebook or Instagram. That's typically where I share my first tips. And if there's anything that I can help you out with, I will do my best. Just reach out and let me know. Till next time.